These are the guided notes for Unit 2, Lesson 5, which is looking at developing ideas and gathering information. The notes are set up just to go right in order with the Lesson 5 in PLP. So I've already filled in this first one here. A bibliography is a list of sources used in preparing, and I took that directly from the definition over here. To cite means to mention in support of or proof. Critique means to analyze carefully. Document is to furnish with references in support of statements made. Endnotes are a note that documents an area of text that appears at the end of a paper. A footnote is a note a note on the bottom, just like your feet are at the bottom of you. That's where they get the name from. Bottom of a page that documents an area of a text. Modify means to slightly change the form or qualities of. Paraphrase is to change words without changing their meaning. There'll be examples of that later. So you keep basically the same length. It's probably a little bit shorter, where when we talk about our summarizing later, it's very different. So people sometimes confuse those. Plagiarism, the unauthorized or close imitation of a writer's language and ideas. So that's why we can't take things without giving credit for them or copying entire chunks. Refocus is to redirect or change what is concentrated on. Quote is the replacing or repeating of exact words and, let's go over here to our definitions. Punctuation from oral or written sources. So if there's a comma or an apostrophe, you need to make sure you carry that over. It's easy these days. You copy and paste it, put your quotations on the outside, and then cite it. Okay, our next word is the style manual, which is a reference book that contains rules for writing and designing a written presentation. And then I'm going to give you a freebie right now. In English classes, the two main things you're going to see for style manuals are MLA and APA. For us in English, we are using MLA. So you might want to highlight that. That will be a question later on in this. If you go on into more of a scientific field, you'll use a lot more APA. So like psychology, sociology, those types of things. Okay, our next one is summarize, which is when we state in blank form, shorter form, and that means taking something really long, pulling out the most important pieces and making it very short, where paraphrase is kind of keeping pretty much the same chunk of something, just rephrasing it, like putting it in your own words, for example. A works cited page is a list of sources that include print and non-print sources. So this vocab is important when you get into the lesson. A lot of the questions are going to refer back here or literally have those drag and drops. Okay, the next chunk of our notes is looking at how we summarize our evidence. Let me scroll down until we get there. Okay, so these are the steps. I just lost it. Okay, so step 1 is read the evidence. That's filled in. Step 2 is now analyze the evidence to see where each piece fits within the research plan's outlines. So for example, on our papers, just because something is about identity, does it fit within the factors you're going to focus on? The third step is determine the most important pieces. So most. So maybe there are lots of examples about how family can impact our identity. Which ones are the most important? Our next chunk is summarize the most important points on a note card. The bottom part is where you are matching up the word with the definition. And you're going to find a lot of that because my time is running out here. So bibliography or literature cited page is a list of print sources. I already pulled the arrow there. The next one is a works cited page. So you're matching up